start making the bath bombs, we'll need a nice dry mixing bowl. So make sure it's nice and dry. So let's start with the dry ingredients. So first of all, you'll need 1 cup of bicarb soda, half a cup of Epsom salts. So Epsom salts are fantastic to use in the bath. You can soak, relax your muscles. We've got 3/4 of a cup of corn flour. So this helps make the water soft. It also makes your bath bombs a bit smoother. And we've got half a cup of citric acid. So this is the stuff that makes the fizz. So there we go. That's our dry ingredients. So what we're going to do first of all is actually mix these together. So you want to mix your dry ingredients, make sure that there's no lumps. If you have too many lumps in it, what can happen is it can alter the shape of the bath bomb. It can make it look like it's got warts. So give it a good mix through. I like to use gloves when I'm making bath bombs. One being we've got citric acid included in this. So if you've got any cuts on your hand and you get citric acid in there, it's the same as squeezing lemon onto a cut. It's going to sting, but also as well, it's good hygiene. So if you're making gifts or making bath bombs as gifts for somebody, it's good to put gloves on. All right, so you want to be able to make sure that all the lumps are gone. I usually just run my hands through, just squeeze out with my hands, make sure the lumps are all gone. Okay, looking pretty good. Let's mix our wet ingredients. So the first thing we're going to add is a teaspoon of vanilla. So I make my own vanilla essence using organic vanilla beans. Also got 1 teaspoon of witch hazel. So witch hazel helps dry the bath bomb out a bit quicker. I find if I use water, I can set the fizz off. So I always use witch hazel. I've got 2 tablespoons of jojoba oil. So you can use any sort of carrier oil that you prefer. I like using jojoba. It's great for moisturization. It doesn't have a very strong odor, and it doesn't give it the bath bombs as greasy a feel. All right, so now we need to mix your wet ingredients into the dry ingredients. So we just want to pour the wet ingredients in a little bit at a time. So then that way, we're not setting off the fizz too quickly. Give it a good mix around, so then that way you can get all of the moisture through all of the mixture. And what you should find is that your mixture will start looking a different consistency. So it'll start looking like wet sand. So that's what you want. You want your mixture to have the consistency of wet sand. Okay, so you can see that the consistency is sort of like wet sand. So you should be able to pick a bit up, squeeze it, and it should hold shape. Okay, now let's add fragrance. So I'm going to choose lavender and geranium essential oils. So I use Young Living essential oils. They're pure, they're organic, and they're also concentrated. And you would need about 20, 25, 30 drops of essential oils. And you can use lots of different sorts of blends, citrusy, woody. Now, if you want your bombs to have, good health benefits as well, it's important that you do use an essential oil that is pure and that is organic. Now with Young Living, you can actually buy a starter kit that has 11 oils as well as a diffuser. So it really gives you a great range of oils that you can use. Look, you don't have to just use them for bath bombs. You can use these oils in a lot of ways. You know, for instance, for cleaning, you can use them for beauty, you can use them for also improving your health. I'll include a link down the bottom so you can have a look for yourself. All right, so I've got the essential oils added, and I'm just going to give that a quick mix through. Check the mixture. Now, if you find that it's a little bit crumbly, a little bit dry, and it's not holding together, you can grab a little spray bottle, and I just put witch hazel in that, and I'll just give it a little bit of a spray just to add a little bit more moisture. Okay, I think we're pretty good. Let's make bath bombs. So first of all, just grab another dish or a bowl, just so you can sit your bath bombs in there, and then put it somewhere safe so they can dry. These bath bombs need to dry for about 24, I like to maybe do 48 hours so they're nice and hard. All right, so I'm going to use these molds. So these are just metal bath bomb molds, and I got these pretty cheap on eBay. So you want to scoop up your mixture and pile it in, give it a little push down. Do one half, then grab the other half, same thing, and then what you do is you get your two sides and you push it together. Give it a bit of a twist, make it nice and firm. You really want to get this compacted and all packed in there tight. If you have not enough mixture in there, then what you might find is your mixture will crack and become crumbly. So you want to make sure that you've packed lots and lots and lots of mixture in there. Okay, so the two sides are together, then you simply just remove the top, and there you go. You've got a nice bath bomb. Now I leave the other half sitting in the metal mold because if you tried to tip that out, of course the whole thing would fall out and all your mixture would be crumbly. So if you just set that in your dish, it'll stand up there nicely, and that way it can just dry in that mold. So after about 24 hours, so usually a day, what I'll do is I'll pick up this mold, tip it upside down, and just tap it gently on the base with a spoon, and then that should knock the bath bomb out of that pretty easily. All right, let's make some more. There you go. We've got some beautiful bath bombs. So you see how this has got like a little line around the outside? So I usually let this sit for about 10-15 minutes. Then I'll just get a little paintbrush and just gently scrape off the excess stuff that's sitting around the outside. And then once your bath bombs are dry, in 1 or 2 days, what you'll find is then that can easily just wipe off around the outside. So then that way you don't get such a defined line. So put these somewhere safe, let them set for 24-48 hours. To remove them from the base, you simply flip them over, and if they don't come out easily, just get a little spoon and tap that around the edge, and then that should fall out easily then in your hands. Then the final thing, of course, to do, pop in the bath and enjoy.